Alright, so here I am, Reality Supreme Being. It's the evening of August 19th, 2012. Cryptic predictions, more predictions. You know, I've made so many, since my house was set on fire 3 years ago, in March of 2009 to now. There have been more cars, trucks, boats, all my stuff taken from me by the crappy city of Los Angeles. Now I'm having trouble in the storage place. Well, in predictions, you know how I told you that if you don't have any experience in quantum physics, you got no business criticizing me because you don't know a hell of what you're talking about. Even a quantum physicist doesn't know everything. And that's one of the things, one of the many things I am, a quantum physicist. And in those prediction factors, you can basically make scenario predictions of the future. The CIA, the military does it all the time in dozens of scenarios. Some of them have actually come true. They never make it public, of course, and I think you know why. But beyond that, we're dealing with situations where, like I said before in all my other tapes, if you don't have a stable place, you can't be healthy. There's no way. You're all a representative. Each person, each animal, each insect, they're all representatives of the elemental table. You have to know your physics, your science. You're composed of atoms. Atoms need energy in order to survive. It's an exchange of energy. It's how this planet has gone all along. How it's gotten, it's how life sprang up, and it's how life has gone on for so much time in many different forms, whether it was dinosaurs or humans or insects or animals or whatever. It doesn't matter. You got to remember this. If you don't have a stable place, it's a complicated situation as you get older staying healthy. And if you don't eat right and supplement correctly, you don't think right. I don't give a hell who you are, because the facts are the facts. There's an elemental table, and there's basically 6 major elements that are necessary for us to live. It's called SPONCH. That goes for the president of the evil United States of America, whoever it is, from that all the way down to the hobo on the street. People who are poor have less of an ability to stay healthier because their thoughts don't align themselves correctly, because they're not getting the, what I call frequency modulation, fed in their atomic network. Everything vibrates in the universe. The hotter it gets, the more it vibrates. So let me explain it to you so that all of you understand it, that this presidential candidate knows what the hell he's talking about, and all these other people don't know a damn thing of anything. If you don't have a stable place and you're not protected, you can't take the steps to make sure that you eat and supplement the right things so that you do think right. And you don't walk into theaters and shoot a bunch of people. And you don't walk into temples and churches and shoot a bunch of people. It's facts that you're looking for, and a guy has been here for 3 years telling you, and not one person out of 8,000 people have said, step forward and said, you know what, you've been given a raw deal over and over again, I'd like to help you. And for that person to be a damn rich person beyond their wildest dreams. Here's a guy who invented the spherical oil barge. Would have stopped all the oil spills since 1979. Totally ignored. Here's a guy who invented a new way of building a 2-story house that would have stopped all those droughts from happening, that are happening right now, that are going to raise your prices on your meat and vegetables and everything else. You know who asked to be a contact for me? You know who asked me permission to be a contact? The green producer asked permission to be my contact. You know why he did that? Because whether he knows it or not, subconsciously, he knows that everybody needs to eat properly in order to think right. And so that's what you're dealing with, no matter what kind of job you have. From the highest paid jerk-off job in the world all the way down to the lowest paying. You can't think right, you can't progress if your same laws, vicious cycle laws, are in place that bar you from being able to sustain, listen to the words carefully, to sustain your symmetry of health. You cannot sustain your symmetry of health when you're dealing with jerk-offs who are running things and screwing things up. I don't know how I've managed to keep it together for so long. The only thing that's keeping it not together for me are the people that I'm working with. They're all lunatics. So anyway, I'm not going to be able to upload this. This is only 5 minutes, and I'm glad it's only 5 minutes because you see, it doesn't take very long to explain to the whole population, not just in the United States, but all over the damn world, that you need new laws, new governments, new people to guard our privacy and our right to keep our health within our own framework. But we're not doing that. No. We're forcing people out of their homes. There's no retroactive pay for the $18 billion Miss, what's her name, Harris, Attorney General, got. I made a videotape about that. No answers, no views. That should have gone viral to all the people that have lost their homes. Nope. You know why? Because YouTube mixes up all their YouTube so much that you never get around to seeing me, because there's millions of people on YouTube all talking about a million different things. And how are you going to sort out all that stuff and all that confusion? That's very confusing. I can see that. You've got more important things to do, like paying your rent. Here we go again. Here I'm going to have to repeat myself. Paying your rent. Where does that go? Well, that goes to the landlord, who also pays the banks. But then the poor people also got their money in the banks. Well, those poor people that have any money. And then on top of it, you're all supporting the banks. You should take all your money out of the banks and tell them to go screw themselves. Out of all this supplement activity that has gone on since Obama or Bush or any of these dumb idiots that are running for office, from the federal, state, and local levels all the way down to the stinking lousy mayor's office here in LA, there's no symmetry. You're going all in different, you're like 1,000 different bakers baking in a kitchen, all interfering with each other. You can't get anything done. So I'll upload this later. I got somebody waiting. I think that needs to talk to me. And you think about that. You think about the fact that you people need to really wise up about health issues, and you're all seeking the wrong direction to correct your health issues. The Obama healthcare thing isn't going to do jack diddly. As a matter of fact, it's never been tested. How can you do something without doing a test first? Even the Manhattan Project, before the United States was first to discover the atomic bomb, they had to test it in the Chicago University with Enrico Fermi in some shelter in some basement down below, all encased in graphite bricks with control rods to have a controlled reaction, to see if chain reaction, and see if it really worked. And it did. So that's something that's being tested to make sure. I don't see these health laws and helmet laws and all these different laws that come out there, and parking meter laws, and towing away a person's car for diddly jack crap. You know, you people have all your heads up your, you know what, up your rear end. You can't see the sunshine anymore, not the real sunshine, because you got idiots running for office and you're voting them into office. According to Fox News, 40% of the people that are going to vote in November aren't going to vote. Wow, I'd like to have those votes, and I'd like them to form a revolution. 40% of the voters in the United States is a lot of people. If they revolted, the country would fall. Just by 40% of the people taking their money out of the banks. And just by 40% of the people not buying gasoline. Why do you want to support these people? Bilderberg meetings, Trilateral Commission, Rockefeller, they all say they know they're doing what's good for you. Because you don't know good enough. You don't know better, so they're taking care of you despite yourself. Boy, I'd really wonder about somebody like that in rich positions or rich, powerful positions. You know, you people, I need you to have your heads examined. I don't. You do. I'm the one that's going through pain and suffering, and the rich people aren't. See you later.